expansion. Well, it's technically not an expansion. The expansion is the further growth. Like, to me, when I think of expansion, you get larger. We haven't done the expansion yet.
Yeah.
But what we've done is make the existing space more efficient. For those of you who've been here, the whole back wall, or let's just say it's the wall that faces the front of the store, opposite the glass.
Formerly the vintage carded wall.
It was a vintage carded wall that had some counter height glass cases that had like Mask or MOTU Classics, Captain Power, just it's like a miscellaneous Ghostbusters. So now we just got 7 foot tall glass cases and filled them with vintage goodness.
And are still filling.
Right, we're not done. So these cases got delivered. Ordered them Monday. They got here. Did they get here Wednesday?
Wednesday or Thursday?
Wednesday. I think it was
Wednesday.
Wednesday. Yeah.
And these are like 3 pallets, not a traditional size pallet. Imagine 1 pallet and multiply it by 2. And it was a ridiculously long pallet full of all these cases, which were heavy as all.
They were pretty hefty. Yeah.
Start sprinkling, so then we had to drag them all into the back room, which is the furthest place from where we need to access them, to get them out of the way. And then pack up everything that was on that wall, all the vintage carded and all the Mask, all that stuff, get that all out of the way, figure out how to get the maximum amount of cases in that space, which we've done. And then buying these cases unseen, I didn't realize the tops were hollow. I knew that they wanted to charge $150 for additional lighting, which I thought was ridiculous. So I went and found my own lighting. So instead of
Which looks good.
$900 for 6 cases in lighting, I did it for $60.
Yep.
We just had to drill the holes and do the measurements, and then the roofs were hollow, which means we want to put vintage box stuff on top.
Yep.
So now it would just fall into the recessed cavity. So then,
Or behind the cabinet.
oh, that's already happened. Yeah. Rest in peace, Puzzler. But and then we put roofs on them. Travis figured all that out, and Andy and Gary Bobo helped. Gary who helped.
Thanks, Gary.
And then they look great. And then getting extension cords and figuring out how to house them and but it looks incredible. And we're not done. We just started. Now we got to fill the cases. Even though we did put Dino Riders in today, some really good vintage rare Jurassic Park pieces. There's some really good Thundercats in there, like a carded driller, a loose driller, carded stinger,
Boxed Mumra.
Yeah, tank. Yeah, there's
Tank.
Thunder, but the Mumra.
Mummer's Tomb.
Mummer's Tomb, right.
So we have a sealed one as well as a complete loose one. And then, so MOTU gets its own case. It used to be a half case. Turtles is getting a full case. It used to be a half case. Joe's is going from 1 case to 2 cases. So now when we don't have to go to the back to try to pull you a guy.
It'll still happen.
It'll still happen.
It'll still happen.
It'll still happen.
No matter how much stuff you have out,
It's not enough.
they want what's not out.
No.
But that's all right. We're going to have more out now. So we're accommodating.
Been building
And then we did,
vehicles.
yeah, well, crap, it's only Tuesday. So this week's just started.
Right.
And we did our second Whatnot. We had a blast.
Oh, yeah.
That was fun.
Whatnot's fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we were building cases all through the day, closed down, did a Whatnot, went home.
Repeat.
Most of us collapsed. And then we came back in the morning to build more cases. We built more the next day.
So you come from a show.
Yep.
See, these people don't realize how intense.
Ryan's on 14 days straight.
How it was. Well, I did get it. No, I did have that Sunday off. So I worked 13 out of the last 14 days. But coming from a show, and the shows, so you're working every day, but it's fun. You're at a show. Set up and tear down is never fun at a show, just because I hate grid wall. the driving and none of that's bad. But then just to come right back in town, and that's when I decided
It's time to do it.
I'm going to order these cases.
Well, there's the whole aspect too, but you're not just going to a show. You're packing everything up, making sure that you got everything. And when you leave town, you get there, you unpack.
Well, yeah, there's the other
set
thing.
the
So you get
booth.
back in town, then you empty your van
Right, and then you pack
into the
it up
store,
again.
which is in your way,
Then you get back to town and you unpack it again.
and then you put it in the area that you're trying to empty for the expansion,
Right,
which is separate from the glass cases that I just talked about.
and you'll pack that up.
And let's not forget another show this weekend.
Oh, there's a show this weekend, and then
Pack
there's
that.
And then there's a bunch of the video game YouTubers will be in town for this show. I know for sure Retro Rick's coming. I believe Phoenix Reseal's coming. I'm sure the Pixel Game Squad guys will be here because they've come every time Rick comes. And then maybe some others. Like one year Metal Jesus was here. Like there's all these guys because they're in town for the big video game show in Greenville. So it's a no-brainer to come check out this shop. And then to set up for that show and pack and then
It
it's
doesn't stop.
yeah.
Pack in the van, unpack, stay there, pack it up.
Part-time toy sales, full-time pack.
I can pack really good. Maximum efficiency. Because like I'm serious. Like David helped me pack something.
Yeah. Oh no, I already.
You already know this.
No, I haven't. I don't. I haven't heard you officially, but I know. I've seen David.
Oh no.
that,
But this
and-
was gonna talk about you as well.
Oh, okay. So then I did.
rip on Travis. Too.
Okay.
No. But some people have a spatial. Like you have magic eyes,
Yeah.
but you have better eyes than me. You can see way better than I can. Close. I have better hearing than you.
That's very true.
Right.
Yeah.
I have better spatial packing skills.
Well, yeah. You've been doing it 20 years.
Well, no, I know.
Right.
But you see this, there's some car insurance commercial or some insurance company, and the lady's like, it's not going to fit. It's not going to fit. And the car's pulling in and it smashes.
It's gonna fit.
And I'll see Travis try to get this one item in this space. And I was like, it's clearly not going to fit. But then you're like,
Part of it is like I'm just going so quick sometimes. I'm not even looking. And then
but it's like,
So he really doesn't have better eyes then.
no. I think it's just some thing. You have some, I don't know. Just like some people are good with directions. Some people are good. You know what I'm saying? Like
Andy's good with directions.
or some
I tell
people are good
Travis
in
what I do all
math.
the time.
Like I'm not good at math. My wife's good at math.
And numbers are hard.
Right. I can count certain things.
I can't do any of that, but I could draw anyone doing those
Right,
things.
you could draw them left-handed doing it.
That's right.
Left-handed box pack.
Yeah, it's just like this thing, and it's like it's just not gonna go, and it's just then you're trying it this way, and it's like it's just not.
20 years of experience.
Yeah, well, I packed a lot. Master packer, packer man.
I think he's memorized the dimensions of the cardinal boxes that we received
Oh.
some 7 years ago.
It's a
Yeah,
good point.
that was a good gift.
That really was. We need more cardinal boxes.
As we're moving from the old store to this store, and a guy donated a bunch of boxes because I think his wife worked at this place, and
It's a hospital,
it's like
wasn't
7, 8 years, 5 or 6 years later, and we're still using these boxes.
They're sturdy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
some of them are getting a little
it?
worn. They still work.
Well, then we unpack stuff in the back and we find another cardinal box. And then we use that to pack stuff in for other shits.
It's like, where'd all these boxes go? We save them every time. But I'm sure you guys know, but I'm going to tell you again. Retro Toy Con is coming November 22nd, 23rd, and 24th. We talk about it all the time on the YouTube channel, on the podcast YouTube channel. Go to the website, retro-toycon.com. It's not a Comic-Con. It is a Toy Con. You will have fun. If you are hunting for toys, especially vintage toys, you will find them. It's a show that doesn't end because when the vending hall closes, the lobby swap begins, and then the room trading starts.
Yeah.
And we've added so many good vendors this year. So it'll actually be larger. It's not going to be that much larger. But the panel room is now becoming a vendor room. So we're going to have, I think, 12 new vendors that you're not used to seeing.
So it's a 72.
And I've hand selected, and they're going to be bringing good stuff.
The expansion's not limited to the store.
Right. So the guest announcements have just begun. We've talked about some of them on the previous podcast, but we're we got some Godzillas coming. We got a Spider-Man coming. We got April from the second and third Ninja Turtles movie, as well as, what is it, the 100?
Yeah.
But we're not done.
We're not done.
So
Stay tuned.
stay tuned.
Week before Thanksgiving.
Just go to the show.
Go.
You're gonna have fun.
Didn't think so.
Bring some trades to the booth.
Skip back Black Friday retro shop.
Oh, right. Stay the week later,
Right?
and then you come to the store for our Black Friday sale, 20% off.
There you go. And other deals.
We only do one sale a year, and maybe we'll have a guest like last time
Last
we
time
had
we
Mick
had
Foley.
Foley.
I don't know, but maybe.
There's a lot of nice hotels in the area.
It's too many activities. I don't know how I can get it all
So
done in
many
one day. But there's just a lot going on.
It's more so than usual, right?
It feels like it.
Well, it's already dealing day to day with the sales, trades, everything that we normally do, and those things are kind of up from normal.
Trades seem like they're really up,
Right. Right. And then building cases and planning all this out and shows.
Well, I mean, like I tell people, like I don't ever want it to come across like I'm complaining, because I'm not.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to adequately explain. I'm just explaining a situation, like, because I feel bad. Like, if anybody gets a social media response from me, it's usually at 7 a.m. or 6:40, or
When you have time.
because there's no customers. We're not open,
Right.
and I'm still at home, and that's when I try to get everybody 100% caught up. Now, the likelihood of me answering, unless you call the shop directly, getting an immediate response is not very good once we're open for business.
Oh, yeah. Because it's
Because we're
chaos.
just nonstop. And if anybody comes in, and then as I'm doing something, it's the nonstop, the phone. But their shop's struggling now. So, and we're,
Well, that's another thing, though. It's like, I mean, we're all busy, but you're like next level busy. Because not only do you do all this, like the rest of us do, it's all the messaging, it's all the responses, it's all the.
oh no,
That's what I'm saying. It never stops for you.
no, it doesn't, but I mean, like I've always said, I mean, there's times where you just need a mental break. But then I think if I didn't have it, I would be worried, like something's wrong. Like I'm used to, like I have to be under pressure.
Right. Which we've talked about this before.
Yeah.
But,
Or it's like I can't become complacent.
right.
Like even when I'm at home, I'm doing something.
Right.
Like
But that's what I'm saying.
I'm
I
either
mean,
cleaning, I'm rearranging. Like it's a problem. Like I just can't be stagnant because I
No,
feel
I
like I'm
mean,
wasting
I've got
time.
the same issue.
Yeah. And then I can't sleep in.
Nope.
I can't. I would like to. But then,
I can. But I can stay up all
I was
night.
going to say you're up till like 4 in the morning.
Yeah.
but see, yeah, I can't.
Right.
Like I'm in bed early. And then I'm up early.
Yeah.
But if their sun is up, I have to be up. But I mean, I'll be and ready to go out the door.
I mean, my routine's like 5.5 hours of sleep.
Well, they say, I don't know what is it 6 hours or whatever's optimal.
It depends on the person.
But then there's people that, what is it, like Elon Musk or some of these people that sleep 2 or 3 hours?
Yeah, 2 or 3 hours.
I mean, you just got to think, if you sleep a third of your life, how much time have you wasted? But I know you need adequate sleep, but I think people think they need more than they actually need. Where I just have too much stuff to accomplish. And then You only have.
I mean, I feel worse when I sleep more.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, like if you late, yeah, you're work. Yeah, that's how I feel.
Right.
Yeah, it's. But and then in my mind, there's all this stuff I have to do.
Oh yeah.
So
Well,
like,
it's never
I'm building cases, at 8 a.m, 7, and that's after doing 30 minutes of cardio and making breakfast. But yeah, no, I mean I love it. I mean, I'm eager to come get the shop better, and and then the additional steps we're going to take with the Marvel and the DC section and the Power Ranger section increasing, and
I guess modern Transformers as well too.
because I mean we literally have like 1,000 modern Transformers and bins in the back, and we might have a couple hundred on display, but now we're going to double that. And I think these lower cases is better because we do get a lot of, let's say the older guys on the vintage,
right.
it's the younger kids, the younger here. So it's okay for them to squat down and look at these
they have better needs.
counter high cases. So I think that's going to be, it's just going to be nuts. It would be ideal if everything could have all happened at once.
Wow. Well, Rome wasn't built in a day.
Well, the more, because I think we all had our own little time where we're mentally calculating how this was going to work, and it's like you could not fit it into a feasible time frame.
Yeah, there's
everything.
And then the thing is, by improving the shoppable space now, that's going to generate more revenue, free up back stock, which kind of resolves the spacing issue we're having now by emptying this back room.
Yeah.
And then the cases I've already put one in place, and if we start doing the grid wall in the back room, when you walk back there, you're going to feel better about it because it's already starting to show.
Oh yeah, I mean we see it now, right?
Yeah. But I mean, there's a case in the back wall now, and the grid wall for the 8-foot grid wall is lined up on the back wall. So if we start mounting that, figuring out the placement of the counter height cases on the expanded side. I mean, we improved the eBay side ridiculously well. I mean, if we did a tour of that to show you guys, it's so much more open. And that was just adding more shelves.
Yeah.
And then we just got to do that to see. But I mean, again, all this is doing it while you're open.
Yeah.
With customers in the store, with trades coming in, and then having to keep restocking the cases that keep getting gutted because people are coming in from. We had people today from Knoxville.
Everywhere.
Or no, yesterday was Knoxville.
Yeah.
Sold a big vintage or not a vintage. It was a modern Star Wars collection.
How was one family today? Weren't they from Tennessee too, or?
I know Saturday we had Tennessee, Kentucky.
So yesterday was Detroit or Michigan. But
Same.
Yeah, but I don't know if Michigan is and it was her kids were the fans.
Oh, wow.
She was here because of them.
Okay.
And then the guy who drove from Knoxville because of the U2.
Sludge family from West Virginia.
Oh, in West Virginia. Yeah, no, there was a West Virginia.
There's somebody from West Virginia.
Was that today?
Too.
Well, today's only Tuesday.
Yeah, but Saturday somebody came from West Virginia.
Oh, because we were saying West Virginia,
Yeah.
Mountain Mama.
Sludge family.
And then, but wasn't the guy today from Tennessee? Or no? Took the pictures with us.
Oh no, he was Ohio.
Ohio. Oh, okay.
Yeah, we had a guy today from Ohio. And he did a small trade.
Yeah.
Some G1s.
Parts, which was good.
Yeah,
Always need parts.
And then the guy yesterday from Knoxville, he brought all modern Star Wars, but the better modern Star Wars. Not red card, green card, episode 1. It was Legacy, Saga, ships, shuttle, like the better of the modern. And then there was a box, 2 little metal tins full of Joe parts, which you got. I know Firefly's phone was in there. Oh, there was an
another one.
There was the Sears MMS was in there. I don't know if you saw that.
Complete? No, I didn't see that.
So the Crimson Hiss and the MMS.
Oh, nice.
I think I might need the MMS.
There it is.
I already had the Hiss.
It's going in his files.
I need that. Yeah, and I bought stupid stuff at the show.
What'd you buy?
I think we actually talked about this on the last one.
Did we?
So I cheated on you guys, and I did a
That's
podcast with Tony last week.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah,
Podcast with Ryan's friend.
Ryan's friend Tony.
Yeah.
So Tony had this thing, and I think it's funny. So I think Andy's gonna make a shirt, maybe.
I'm gonna try.
Yeah. Because they were like, because I don't know, for whatever reason, he just said, if you said something, he goes, yeah, with a side of Bonavia. So then, we're had a few drinks, we're having fun. And then he's like, it's rigatoni with a side of Bonavia. And then he was joking. He's like, and you got sauced. It made no sense, but it was funny to us. It's like if we had an Italian restaurant together, you'd call it rigatoni.
Yeah.
Rigatoni side of Bonavia. I don't know. But yeah. No, but I bought a card of Boba Fett.
Okay, yeah, so then you have covered that, yeah.
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 I bought that loose driller, which is in the case now,
Yeah.
which
European Tiger Force.
I did buy that.
Those are nice.
I bought a hotspot.
Huh?
But that'll all be on the channel,
Okay.
on the YouTube episode. But I'm trying to remember if that all got discussed in the podcast. I don't think the Tiger Force or any of that got bought because we filmed that Thursday
Mission
night.
Brazil.
That wasn't bought.
No.
I think just some of whatever I bought from Blake.
Okay.
Did you mention Tiger Sharks?
Tiger Sharks. I did get 3 Tiger Sharks.
Yeah.
Never get them.
Never.
No.
Only ever had 2. And this dude had 4. I don't know how you... Good.
He was the one guy that walked into the store in
Get a Tiger
1987 or whatever it was and just got them all.
It's a good cartoon.
Well, it's, same People's Thundercats.
And Silverhawks. Same
Silverhawks, and it's
Animation's great. It's carryover of voice actors.
So basically, they did land, sea,
Land, Sea,
and
and
air.
Air. Yeah.
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 And then it just, it's difficult to... Well, it's just like, what is it? Dino Saucers.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That cartoon's pretty good.
Just
Where's
good
the
luck
toys?
finding those vintage toys.
I think they were only like in Brazil or...
Yeah, they didn't make it here. The cartoon
Glasslite?
Was it? Yeah, might have been.
Some
Which
reason
means the molds made it there. Didn't even get made here.
No.
I think it's
Glasslite made it.
I think it's Glasslite.
Yeah. So then,
And then there's another one. What is the Star Sheriffs? What is that one?
the blue and white.
Yeah, they
space
ride the
sheriff guys.
metal horses.
Oh, yeah.
I know it, and my brain's those are money.
Yeah.
Good luck finding those.
I can see it.
Could remember it better if we actually had one coming.
Ah. Hey, hold on. We are not toy men. How do we not know this?
Technically,
Google.
it's more a cartoon. It is a toy line, but you got to see it.
It's a
We
great
have-
cartoon.
But no one, we've never seen the toys. We've never even seen a pistol or.
No, but that's another one, Saber Rider and the Star Sheriffs. I'm not thinking of that one, but why did I come up with that?
Is it not the Star Sheriffs?
Yeah, but they're like sheriffs, and
I remember the cartoon.
I think it's Galoob.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
Here, I got it. It is Saber Rider and the Star Sheriffs. No?
Okay, yeah.
Is it? Hold on. No, it's not. You can't trust Google. It's this image.
Yeah, what does that say?
But then it... Is it?
Might be.
3 hours later. No, because the others are cowboys, and you got the one guy has a guitar. Yeah, this is definitely not it.
Oh. Yeah, no, that's not it.
They're all screaming at us saying,
Oh, something Rangers.
Galaxy Rangers.
Galaxy Rangers, yeah. That's okay. Everybody can't remember everything all
Those
the
are
time.
tough.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think never had that.
I don't
No,
think
nothing.
we've never had a Galaxy Ranger in the shop.
And I
Nobody in this town seemed to collect it. Probably the time to buy them because the market's down.
Find it first.
You said it was Galoob, right?
I think it's Galoob. But if you look, there's going to be barely anything.
Yeah, it's Galoob.
So it's. So Glasslite did it too?
Did
There
they?
you go.
Well, yeah.
Or did they franchise it out? So then is it Galoob or is it Glasslite?
No, it's Galoob.
But see, Glasslite did it too?
Right.
Yeah, Brazil got some real. So I'm pretty sure Vlix in the Star Wars. I think that was Glasslite, and it was only in Brazil.
Well, we should probably, because I'm sure some people don't know about Glasslite, what it is. Let's expand on it.
So tell us, Travis, what Glasslite is. All I know is it's a figure toy company
Right.
out of Brazil.
And in some cases, they would get licenses and make toys that existed here, and sometimes they would get licenses and make toys that weren't here. And sometimes they didn't get licenses, but they still made the toys.
Because there's a MacGyver figures Glasslite.
Right.
I think Vlix is Glasslite, but it was licensed, but to make it there.
Right. And the Magnum PI.
Oh,
that was one.
right.
But then they did stuff where maybe they didn't have to have a license. I know they did like a really cool set, and it makes no sense, but it's like a Dracula figure, and he comes with like a car and a truck, and
Does he have
can't
a watch?
No, he doesn't.
That's right.
No, it's not that one. But like I don't even think he fits in the vehicles.
I think I have a Glasslite RoboCop.
Hmm.
I don't know why.
Is that's not the Robert Cop, is it?
No.
Okay. All right.
It's like I gotta look. It's like in a long box, and it's like with accessories or something. I don't know.
Well-
I could be wrong. I don't think it was. It's clearly not Kenner, and it wasn't Toy Island.
Right.
At least I don't think it was Toy Island.
So in some cases, they might get maybe part of the molds for a line, so they'd get 2 or 3 characters. And if they wanted to fill the line out more, sometimes they would make something new. Like in the Rambo line, they had that big octagon playset, which we never ever saw here, and it's just like this pit where he fights.
Oh, that's
with all the
right.
barbed wire around it.
So they basically kit bashed.
Well, this
Yeah, they
The-
did a lot of that.
that Thunder tank there is not LJN.
It's not.
No,
So that's Glasslite.
it's like a Rainbow or something.
Oh, they did. They did that. Did they do that backpack thing with the wings on it for Thundercats?
I think it's European. Like it's not. So it's clearly not America, or it wouldn't be Rainbow.
Right.
Because Thunder tank was made here.
Yeah, and it would say LJN.
But I remember in the old store, some Toy Biz figures came in, Marvel Toy Biz figures,
Mm-hmm.
but they said Tycho.
Yep, that's Canada. Yep.
So I was like, this is weird.
So
So I'm just keeping them.
well, so what they made dump truckloads of X-Men and Marvel figures in the 90s. And sometimes you would go to just any Kmart or Walmart or anywhere else that carried them, and you would see some of these Tycho ones. I saw them in Toys R Us, and all it was they didn't care, and you get foreign carded things,
But I mean, if it's Canada,
Mhm.
I mean, countries are connected. It's like they just couldn't send the Toy Biz ones to Canada. Canada had to make did Tycho have the distribution rights? And Toy Biz wasn't in Canada, so
It's something.
'cause
Yeah,
I'm sure
something-
Toy Biz still made them, right? Or did Tycho make?
No, Toy Biz made them.
But they distributed through
Licensing,
Tycho.
right?
Yeah, it was some kind of deal where maybe they didn't have that territory, but they could work with a company like Tycho that would vouch for them. I don't know the specifics of it. I just know that I've seen those plenty of times.
Yeah, I just kept them.
Right.
This is weird.
What's like when LJN went to Canada with the wrestlers?
Yeah.
They went black card.
That's the money ones.
Yeah,
That's the money.
That's the good one.
We never get
We
those.
never got them.
Yeah. But the same thing you're talking about with the Toy Biz, that happened with a couple of other lines in the 90s where you'd get a foreign one. And sometimes, like, you get F.L. Schwartz stuff at Sears, and you weren't supposed to.
Oh, right.
You know, so it
They
just,
threw whatever in a box and
right,
sent it out the door.
right. You know, and Sears outlet stuff, they didn't get packaging. They would just get stuff in white boxes, and
Yeah.
sometimes there'd be a picture on it or names or nothing.
It's a plastic wrap.
Oh,
Yeah.
I had a cool thing come in. So you're just saying Sears.
Yeah.
So, Will. So we know Will.
Yeah.
He brought in, was it yesterday? Yeah, he was here till close, right?
Yeah.
And he brought a bag-eat R2 sensor scope.
Ooh.
So to me, it had to be the Rebel Command Center. I mean, there could be another catalog way to get it, but Star Wars vehicles didn't come with figures. Play sets really didn't come, but in certain instances they did, whether you get like Jabba's Dungeon, it came two ways. You want the second way, because then instead of 3 common Jedi figures, you got 3 Power of the Force figures. So I think you got like Barada, Man-to-Man, and EV-99. That one's money. It's the most horrible play set. It's this plastic base with like a little arm. It's just a repurposed droid factory,
Right.
but without all the cool parts to put in the cavities to build droids.
Yeah, it's
It's nothing.
gray and it's less.
It's just Jabba's Dungeon. But the second one is better. So, but then they did a Rebel Command Center, which is a Land of the Jawas base, and repurposed in white, which was also repurposed for the little cardboard AT-AT.
Yeah.
But then there was the Rebel Command Center, and then that one came with 3 figures. So, and the sensor scope R2 was one. And then I have this stupid thing in my head that wouldn't it be cool if I had every Star Wars figure in the bag?
Go for it.
Why not? It's the goals.
Yeah.
So I don't have a pop-up R2 in my baggy collection. So I got that yesterday.
In the files.
Great indication. Speaking of reuse, I started looking up because Kenner does a lot of reuse, or they did when they were still around. And when I ran across, I know you know this anyway, but the Cantina playset was a reuse.
The West,
Yeah,
or the Real West, or
the Legends of the
West,
West or something like that. It was like a saloon.
I
And they
wanted.
converted it to a space saloon.
Somebody reached
Same
out,
thing.
somebody reached out and said they have it, and I don't know what happened. They messaged me, and I was like, I want it, and they said and they sent me pictures. I don't know if I owe him a message, and if I do, I can't find it because that was like thousands of
So if
messages
you're out
ago.
there listening,
Please message me back. 'cause
Maybe he just wanted to know that you wanted it. and that
he was in
the
it.
end of
He wasn't in the United States. I know that. It was like in Europe, or he was far away,
Oh wow.
but he had it. So I was like, that's why they don't have them here. They went somewhere else.
Yeah.
The box was pretty rough, but I was like, I would so badly want that. But I don't think it was the Real West. I think it was the Butch and Sundance.
It's
Or
essentially
something.
the same line, but it's a
Yeah.
technically different title, but same figures. They did the same thing with the Lone Ranger and Zorro.
Well, I think we mentioned this before, because if you look at the old Kenner catalog, I'm pretty sure, or is that the Stagecoach on the back? I'm pretty sure that's on the back.
Mhm.
I don't know.
I just want to know what the relationship between Kenner and Gabriel was, because in the same article I was reading, it was saying that Sundance looked like they resculpted Luke Skywalker's face or his head. And you hold them side by, it looks pretty close.
Oh.
They just put a beard on it.
Is that Robert Redford?
Yeah. Yeah.
So when you say Gabriel, here's another really bizarre line that Gabriel did
Okay.
that I want, and I never see it. And whenever I think to look it up, there is none, but one just sold.
Yeah.
I would have bought it for that. But they did I think it's just called Stuntman.
Oh, that's great. Stunt man.
And they do like a saloon, like a bar. There's a figure, and he just falls through. Like he falls through the bar, the tables break.
So bar fights.
It's just a professional idiot falling through.
Right.
It's
I mean,
great.
what kid
kinda-
wouldn't want to have bar
Right.
fights?
Well, it's like the Fall Guy era, the 80s, and stuntmen are cool. They're
Yeah.
still cool.
Yeah.
But it was, and then they maybe had 2 play sets. Yeah. And I think there's even a cardboard figure that looks really cheesy. Like you have to buy the figure separate, or you don't even get the figure in the. I don't know. I've never had one. It's just but there's just pictures of it. You should. Yeah.
Stunt man.
And it's Gabriel.
Probably didn't last because kids were lighting them on fire through the bar.
And then they also did a Western Town. You'd see that in the back of comics, like a full page ad on the back
What
of
was-
comics.
when we were
I brought that up when
Right.
we did the lobby.
right when we were
It's a cardboard Gabriel mail away Western Town.
Like a generic kind of thing. Not
It looks
a
really,
brand.
yeah. So like, I don't know, the saloon and
Right.
the
in a
hotel.
storefront, right?
Yeah, it's like you just build it or fold it up and put your horses and your guys in front. It just looks like, yeah. That's rare too.
Oh, it's cardboard.
You know why Stuntman didn't work? They didn't have that killer name. Can he do it?
Can he do it?
Dude.
If people don't know, Mattel years ago, when He-Man was pitched, one of the lines they were going up against was a Stuntman themed toy line called Can He Do It?
It's a good
It
name.
was- And it was supposed to be like Evil Knievel or Stuntman
Right.
or something like that. And they had all these ideas like I have to jump off a bridge or jump a motorcycle over a canyon, probably to recycle some of that.
I'm glad we got him.
He-Man.
Yeah, no, it didn't happen because He-Man happened, which is bad. But I still like Can He Do It? Such a great name.
I like Evil Knievel.
But would you have liked Can He Do It better?
Yeah, I don't know. There's something cool about Evil Knievel.
That's true.
When I was a
It's real-
kid,
real
that
guy.
was like a thing, man.
Probably one of what 2 instances where a guy could walk around in a cape and everybody wouldn't
Yeah.
think it's weird. So yeah, it was Evil Knievel.
Well,
and
Elvis clearly could walk in a cape,
Elvis do whatever he wanted.
right?
That's right.
But they kind of, if you just swap the heads, they would fit in each other's outfits. So it's like the same.
Well,
One guy's
maybe not the later Elvis.
Well,
Well,
I'd still watch that. Oh,
Kurt Russell did a great Elvis.
Yeah.
And-
Val Kilmer did an Elvis.
did he really?
You don't see him. It was in the movie True Romance, and the main character, at times when he's questioning himself, he talks to Elvis.
Okay.
So you see this blurry image of Elvis to his side.
So that's Val
That's
Kilmer?
Val Kilmer.
That's cool.
Yeah.
The new Elvis movie wasn't bad.
I didn't see that. My mom said it was great.
Austin Butler, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I haven't seen it either, but I saw the same guy in the second Dune. I was like, wow, that's that Elvis guy. What a transformation.
That's that Elvis.
Now I want to see it. Whenever, sometime.
When do you have time?
Like my dad says, get around to it.
Get around
Yeah.
to it.
Yeah,
So he has a round to it,
around to it.
literally on his desk.
You got to get one.
It's round and says TUIT.
It's like,
What is that? Is that around to it? So I'll get around to it when I get time. Yeah. But I want to see the new Godzilla.
it's, -1.
I need to get caught up with all this Godzilla stuff since we're bringing them to retro.
Yeah.
But it's on Netflix, and I don't have to read subtitles now because when David and Connor saw it in the theater, you had to read.
Yeah.
I don't have time.
I get time to read.
Well, I don't mind if I've seen the movie, but then you'd want to get it the second time, so then you'd have to read it the first time because then if I'm reading, I'm not looking at the action because I'm
This is
constantly
true.
reading. Unless it's, there's not a lot of talking when Godzilla's doing stuff, I guess. But it looks like, I love World War II. I love that time frame. I started 5 minutes in and then we just got busy. I didn't get to finish. But I know I'm going to like it because I've heard it's great. Especially with what they did with the budget they had.
Yeah. I think what David said, it was the first Godzilla to win an Academy Award.
I think for special effects.
I think they made that whole movie for the special. Either they made it for 15 million, or the special effects budget was 15 million, or something like that. Either way,
Really
ridiculously.
Yeah, a lot.
Did they? I can't remember. I never did find out if it was right, but didn't they use a guy in a suit with CGI?
That I don't know.
Okay.
But I thought I remember David saying, you've seen him on a lot of the episodes. It's David and his son Connor, and David starts all the Transformers, and Connor knows everything about Godzilla. But I thought he said this was the last one, or the first one without being a suit guy.
Right.
Like, so the American one switched to CGI a long time ago, but Toho, or the Japanese version, was always still in a suit. Could be wrong, but that's what I thought he said. But maybe that was the previous.
Maybe I misheard, and that's what it was.
Yeah.
This was the first one they did or something.
Yeah, or maybe they did use components.
Yeah.
There's just something about, but I guess again I'm old fashioned, or I like my painted covers and really created art. And again, this doesn't mean the new way. There's nothing wrong with it. It's just not my taste.
Right.
Some people like abstract art. Some people like this. I like a certain style. Like I don't care for Picasso, or like I want just Earl Norham looking.
Yeah.
Old school.
Yeah, I don't know. It's,
I don't
it's
care
almost
for
like
Picasso either.
men's adventure magazine style. Army, tanks, monsters, eerie, fantasy. I just don't want blotches on a. What do you see when you look at this? Like, I don't see anything.
See Godzilla,
But then-
see a butterfly.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, so I like almost like realistic, but I don't know.
I mean, all that, everything has its place, but with the things that we all kind of like, that a more realistic or hyper realistic or something just painted lends to it more, especially when most of the toys that we like, the box art was.
But again, it's probably just relative to what struck you at the age you saw it, to imprint in your brain that feeling that as you get older, you want to relive, because it gives you some good.
I mean, same can be said about a toilet.
Right. So, everything's when we get old and getting older and then whatever, somebody's going to go and however the comics are done 20 years from now, and they're going to go, they were so much better in the early 2000s.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know what they're doing with this color process.
We become our parents. Right?
Yeah. I walk 5 miles through the snow uphill.
No shoes.
But
I
think
never got reception.
Right?
I didn't have a cell phone. You had a cell phone?
Got like a 20 gigabyte Xbox.
What?
Got like 50 terabytes.
It's a baby's toy.
Right. My phone has more than that.
Might like G.I. Joe, but G.I. Joe Extreme.
That's never coming.
Probably not a lot.
That never's going anywhere.
Probably not a lot of fans on that.
It's I like the G.I. Joe Extreme.
Extreme.
Right.
Yeah. But once you get past the song, that's what.
Oh, but they just got too overly humongous and big-shouldered, and
a lot of creatine.
He-Man.
They got Liefelded.
Yeah.
Hey, created Deadpool. I like it.
Yeah.
So I have a good idea.
Okay.
For you listening or watching. We get so many crazy trades, and cameraman's not always here because it's not here all the time, and it's hard to be here all the time.
Cameras take a long time to charge.
I don't know. But I mean, if you have an amazing trade and you'd like to be on camera, or you want to be here when it's being filmed,
want to be on YouTube,
then get a hold of us in advance and don't show up with 12 totes or drive 500 miles with them. We'll still buy them. We're still happy you're here on those days.
Just might not be a filming day.
But if we coordinate it, we could knock out a bunch of really cool episodes all in one day.
Yeah, that's true.
So just something to think about. And I know some of you do reach out and do contact, but sometimes it's, it's the opportunity is when it needs to be. So it might be, I need to do this today. So,
Right.
and then just come on down. But try to give us a call the shop, or hit us through Instagram or Facebook and message us, and we could set it up for you. Because there's, we appreciate all of you and everything.
100%.
The growth of the store, we couldn't do without you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
But I think that wraps it up for this episode. Appreciate you listening or watching, depending on how you're hearing or looking at this. And like I said, tell a
Tell them.
friend, tell a man. Appreciate you.